Yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me. Now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call the timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check safety.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the Pollard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Broncos 7, Bills nothing. McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Diggs has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best. And
that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And some room to run now. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll hit Jackson, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Third down. Third and long.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bradley Chubb, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
And out.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He was covered by
an incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rodgers. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 21-0 our score after 1.
Bills nothing.
The left side caught by Diggs. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Gain of 5.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught by Jackson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Deshaun Jackson. 5 yards on the play. And it's
from the gun on 3rd down. Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The ball carrier.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
8-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Lock. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts,
Taken down
as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The backup Murray, his first throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll go for it. It's Lock. And my goodness, this is incomplete. It was Minka Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Locke. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
To kick off for Denver.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 7 yards the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They do go for it. It's locked. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people loved it, right? Anybody who's going to touch the ball, gain yards, maybe put more points on the board, they're happy that they kept it and did that. So, very interesting deal there, but I'm with you on that one. Maybe he just says, what the heck, we can't lose. Let's go ahead and keep trying to win or add to our lead.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Alexander on the tackle. Tackle made back at the 5-yard line.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And now here is another interception. Duke Dawson picks it. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it is 28-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now it's Hyde on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Rodgers. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we'll probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Down by Josh Norman. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and...
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He may try and run for this. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trent Murphy able to record his 5th sack of the season. So third and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Locke working out of the gun. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. A Locke going to throw it here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Locke looks to throw it again. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Accelerating, and off he goes. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Dancing to his left. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there.
Tony Pollard.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the line of scrimmage.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 18. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. A second and 11 from the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down.
A gain of 10 brings up third and 1.
Locke to throw on third and 1. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they were ultra-confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one has gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, though.